For the heavyweight championship of the world. Again, the language and subject matter of this interview are not appropriate for children. Here now, we report on Mike Tyson. You decide. Let's talk about what this fight means to you. What is it? Does this mean everything to you, this fight on June 8th?
Well, nothing's everything to me, but you know, this is a fight where we, me, my trainers, my sparring partners, you know what I mean? This is just it's one of those days that we all have to be one.
If you win this fight, are you going to treat the title with respect?
When I win this fight.
Okay, when you win this fight.
When I win this fight. When I win this fight. What do you mean if? If I slap you upside your head, are you going to the hospital? That's my point. I was born a killer. That's what I know how to do. Doesn't matter if I take 2 years off, 3 years off. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna get the job done like Cuss taught me.
You win this fight, are you going to treat it with respect? A lot of people said you came so close before and didn't treat it with respect.
Respect.
You going to treat the title with respect?
No, because the title doesn't deserve to be treated with respect because the title is like a woman. It's like love. It doesn't care about anything around it but itself. It doesn't care who possesses it. It still gets whatever, it still receives whatever it receives. It receives the same as when I possess it, when he possesses it. It's always going to be loved. I'm not going to always be loved. The title's going to be loved to the day it dies, so it doesn't care about me, you. It's like a woman. Fuck you, I'm so beautiful, I can get the next man with more money, with a better body. He has a prettier weight for me to go around.
The title is like a young, hot babe out there on the stroll. So many men come up to her and tell us she looks good. She doesn't value any of the men. She could have another you in a minute, like Beyonce said. But once they get to be about 45, 50, titties start sagging, then all of a sudden they want to love you. But I'm not going to love you at that age. You're too old. And I'm not going to love the title either, because no one's going to love me.
What do you think of Lennox Lewis?
Not much.
Do you respect him as an athlete?
Oh, he's brilliant as an athlete, but I'm the man.
He's come out, he said that you were a liar, that you went before the Nevada Athletic Commission.
So y'all can see, Mike Tyson wasn't playing no games. He did not give a fuck. You're not supposed to walk up on an opponent and just straight up swing. Mike didn't care about getting fined, nothing. And then Lennox Lewis, he starts punching back. That was a wild-ass press conference, man.
That you went before the Nevada Athletic Commission and didn't tell them that you bit him in the leg. So he publicly came out and said you lied. What do you think of that?
Sorry, I did bite him.
Sorry, I did bite him, but it's a fight. Who cared? You get bit in the legs, you get bit in the nuts. One time I was fighting with my wife, and I bit her on the ass. After that, we started making love. So, tell Lennox I said I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I gotta do whatever it takes to win.
What do you think of Lewis calling you a liar in public?
I've been called worse things by better people than him, so it doesn't matter.
What drives you in the ring? Is it money? Is it the love of the sport? What drives you?
I'm just a bad, vicious motherfucker. That's what drives me. That's what wakes me up in the morning. Just to go out there and be able to cause, inflict serious pain and damage on somebody and make them feel some of the things that I've been feeling.
Shit, now, I don't know. I don't know. I must be some kind of enigma because I don't even know why I'm around this long just doing this stuff. I'm just part of his money, part of his greed, part of his ego. You know, I'm just...
Do you need the money? People say you need the money.
Well, listen, man, I don't need the money as bad as some people think, but you know what I mean? I do need the money because that's why it's called money, because we all need it. It's our God. It's what we worship. And if anybody tell me anything different, they're a liar. If they don't believe that money is important in the worship, don't work. Stop working. Just live on the street and show you how much God's going to take care of you.
See, that's why I bow down and I pray down to my money, because I already know. If I stop boxing, if I stop getting off my ass, Christ, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, Buddha, none of them are going to take care of me. I'm black in America. Nobody's going to give a fuck. So money, that's my God. In a serious note, in Genesis, it tells you why people have to work from the sweat of their brow.
These statements, these things that you said, like I'm going to eat your children, and the things at the press conference, where did they come from? Where does that rage come from?
Oh, what is this? You're so white. You know, where does that rage come from?
Sounded good, huh?
Wow, you're so Caucasian, but proper with everything you say. Put all that extra emphasis. I don't know where the rage comes from. I really don't. This is just how I am. This is how I've been my whole life. I was born like this. When I came out of the womb, I was like this. I actually hit my doctor. You know, I hit my doctor.
Good, huh?
No,
but where, you know, some of these statements, people go, he sounds like an animal. Are you an animal?
Am I an animal? If necessary, it depends on what situation am I in. What situation am I in to be an animal? Tell me.
So Mike Tyson pretty much is explaining, without even saying it, he's explaining what a lot of black men go through, where they try to look at you as a 2D caricature of a person. If you're angry for one day, that means you're an angry person. They try to act like, you're not a full human being. Sometimes you have to be an animal. If you get attacked by 4 or 5 people, you may have to turn into an animal. So you showing a different side of your personality, that doesn't mean that's your whole being. And Mike, he does a good job of breaking that down without even expressively stating that's what he's doing.
Constantly from being assailed against your cohorts or people in the street because they feel that they have the right to assail me because of what people write in the paper, because of course what your guys write and what your guys say, people feel that you're correct and you're right, and they feel they have the right to even say what you said, because I'm right because she said, so that's right, you are a fucking rapist, you are a tree jumper, you are an animal, you are that. And then know what's so funny, because
Did you rape her?
No.
Did you rape her?
Huh? Did I rape who?
Did you rape Desiree Washington?
No, Desiree Washington raped me.
Mike is too much. Mike crazy. But what he said is kind of a double entendre, because he's saying that, like most women, he's Mike Tyson, she came up to him and initiated everything with him. But also he's saying that she fucked him because he ended up going to jail for years, taken away from his money, his career, for something that he did not do. So if anybody got fucked, it was him.
Fact is, as I was saying before, do not skip the subject. If everybody continues to assail me, what am I to do? How am I to fight?
You've said you're angelic, but you're scum. What do you mean?
I say that in the 10th sense when I say, when you're at the bottom of the barrel of life and say, I'm as low as any man could ever go. You know what I mean?
But how could you be low? You're making millions of dollars.
But that makes me low, because how can anybody love you being as rich as I am? Be having as much money. I'm not the richest man in the world by far, but in my society, having as much money as I have, I've been fortunate to make a lot of money, unconsciously of it, what it's really worth. But how can somebody truly love a guy like me that has all this money? No, really.
You've never made the money that I've made. I mean, once people find out who I am, how much money I have, it's women that are already married that would leave their husband right now to dump on this Peter, to dump on this 9-inch python. And it's not because I'm good in bed, not even because I'm good looking, I'm ugly. It's because of the fucking money. So how am I going to find love? True, sincere love. Mike Tyson was dropping gems. The more money that you make, it's going to be impossible for you to find somebody that loves you, because you're never going to know why they're there. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be there for the money.
Know me in spite of everything I possess. How could you really hold that? Well, who would care who I am because of what I possess? Some people would tolerate. How could you truly love me? How can you really get to the essence of me? How can you really get to the essence of a man with millions, or somebody like Bill Gates? How can you get to his essence when his essence is only money? How can he reach? Your purpose is only to give him children. He may say he loves them, but a man worships money and loves money. He don't love no woman.
Mike Tyson is truly a philosopher. But pretty much what he's saying is, how can you get to the essence of a man with money? Because that money is going to blind people. That's all they're ever going to see. You're not going to be able to... Most people on this planet will not be able to look past how much money you've made. So they're going to associate you subconsciously with the money. That's what you're going to be to them. They're not really going to want to get to know you, although they're going to respect you. And as far as a man not really loving a woman, if you chase after money like that and you make millions, it's going to be hard for you to truly love a woman, because a lot of your time is going to be spent chasing or worshiping that money, as Mike said. So he's dropping some gems, man. And I'm telling you the truth from Mike Tyson.
People get to know you. I've talked to some of your friends who say you kind of shut them out. Do you let people get to know you?
Why? Once they get to know me, what they do now, what the familiarity breeds? Contempt. Once you get to know me well, he says, well, Mike ain't really all that. He can't handle this bitch situation. I can handle this nigga. He's stupid. I better get some of these hoes to get paid off. He don't know how to handle it. People.
A lot of my friends think that I'm fucking Superman, and then when they get to know me, they see that I'm really a soft guy, and I cry if I'm with a woman and I'm with 500 different women, but one of my women, they go and mess with somebody else. It hurts my feelings. I don't know why. But I cry, and people look down on that. That's why I don't like to let them in, because they thinking I'm fucking Superman or Batman or any He-Man. but I'm just a regular man. I just know how to murder. I know I'm a killer. So I'm a man like you, or you a woman, but I'm a killer. Are you a killer?
They want to spend your own money. They want to be you. You know what I mean? So why should I let someone get close to me when they get familiar with me, and then they go say, God damn, look at his float. I thought he was this. You know what I mean? He's letting this girl hurt his heart. He's letting somebody piss him off over some pigeons. He's mad because he hit a cat, and he's fucked up in the head now because he hit a cat or something. So what people...
And these are all true stories that I'm telling you. I still cry about my wife Robin. If somebody hits a pigeon, if somebody does something wrong to a pigeon, I'm going to be pissed off for at least a month. And one time I was driving on the road and I was a little bit high. I was off mushrooms, and guess what? I ran over a cat. And the Chinese man, he was happy. He said, I got it. Don't worry, Mike. Don't worry. I said, no, I just killed an innocent cat. What are you going to do with it? He said, don't worry. We take it, Mike. We're going to take it for you. No. But these are true stories, and these are some of my vulnerabilities, and people look at them as a weakness. That's why I have to shut everybody out.
Well, people respect, I show them, people respect force. People respect being assertive, and that's what I am, because they won't respect me for what I truly am. You can't respect me, because me being who I truly am, I'm relaxed, and when I'm relaxed, I'm egotistical, you know what I mean? I'm arrogant, so I control those feelings, because I know, even the people that associate with me, I know if I make money, the first thing I have to do for my experience, I must give it away. Hey, take some, because that's how I make enemies out of my friends, to hoard it all and not share any.
So Mike Tyson is basically saying he doesn't have any friends, because real friends are hard to come by, and real friends, you don't have to give them money just because you made money. But it's natural for friends who are not doing as well as you to feel some type of way, whether it's a healthy jealousy or it's an envy, because they're thinking, damn, everything's going right for this person, nothing's going right for me. But mature individuals, they learn how to deal with that without making it a burden on their friend. And they learn how to go through their own tough times until they reach a certain level, even if that level may never come. Also, Mike is admitting that he's not this super tough guy that he tries to act like. That's a defense mechanism that he learned as a kid growing up in a rough environment in New York.
Who are you? People who know you say you got 10 personalities. You got an angry Mike, you got a good-hearted Mike who helps kids. Who are you?
I don't know, I'm many people with many things, just like you. I know, I'm sure at times you're a lady in the streets and a whore in the sheets, and I'm just...
Mike Tyson keep it a fucking bean. It don't matter if you got that white woman, a little black girl, a man on his deathbed. Mike Tyson will tell you, sir, you're gonna die. You're gonna die because you spent your life smoking cigarettes. So now it's time to pay the piper. The Grim Reaper will be visiting you very soon. I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry, because you could have chose a different way to live your life.
Other things, you're many of things. What are you, a good sister? You're a good aunt, I'm sure. You're a good daughter, but you're many of things. You know what I mean? You're a pain in the ass to some people.
To a lot of people.
Well, yeah, but that's just who all of us are. But why is mine such extremes? Because I'm blessed to be on television or be in the paper, so why mine's got to be more? It's not like I have bipolar disorder or personality disorder.
It's because they don't view you as a person. The black man who actually looks like how they say a black man is supposed to look, brown skin, big nose, big lips, they don't really view brothers as people. They view you as cartoons. You know what I mean? So your emotions, your emotional states, the change of your emotion, your thoughts, none of that stuff matters. You have to find a box and get into that box. So if you're angry, you have to be angry. If you're a thug, you gotta be a thug. If you're smart, you gotta be a nerd. They don't view you as a whole person with different emotions, different levels of intellect, different aspects of your personality. And Mike, he never really understood that. That's why a lot of times he'd be frustrated at certain racist things that he experienced, instead of just accepting that these people don't view me as a person and they never will. So how about I try to build a bond with, my niggas?
It's just that everybody that I admire, for some reason or another, I take a piece of them. Maybe Arnold Rothstein, maybe Jack Dempsey, Mickey Rourke, you know what I mean? Whoever it may be, Paul Robeson, Joe Gans, Fraser Ali, I just take a piece of them for certain situations, and I handle those situations accordingly,
Mike Tyson grew up studying all the great boxers from the past. Like, I'm talking about way back, Jack Johnson and stuff, because Jim Jacobs had ran into Customato. Jim Jacobs was a boxing historian, and also like a world-class fucking handball player or some shit like that. He was Jewish, and he also was supposedly, allegedly homosexual, whatever. But Mike Tyson as a kid pretty much got a PhD, master's in boxing. Like, that man has boxing knowledge that no one else has. That's why for different situations he could turn to different boxers and look at their personality and handle it in that way. Mike Tyson, low-key, is a genius. It's just that, he comes from a rough upbringing, so his self-expression could be a little bit off. He may also be autistic or something like that, and nobody never picked up on it.
For a defense mechanism, but I'm just as normal as anybody else.
You talk about physical too. Are you taking medication? You were taking some before.
No, I wasn't taking medicine. I was very sick, and I wouldn't say I need medication. It wouldn't hurt, because I'm a real high-strung type of guy. But
I really don't need the medication, but I've taken a lot of different things in my life. Weed, crack, coke, shrooms, you name it. So if they got some pills, I will pop them. I just want to see how they feel and if they can help me out with some of the things that's on my mind, honestly.
I'm living in a society, just think about it, right? 50 or 60 years ago, Hemingway didn't have whatever that they use, ecstasy or whatever I was taking, Prozac or whatever the situation. It wasn't actually Prozac, but whatever the drug was.
Zoloft, right?
Zoloft, yeah. He didn't have that, so everybody thought he was a psycho, a racist, a maniac, but he was a mentally sick man.
Are you mentally sick?
I don't know if I'm mentally sick, but I have sometimes episodes. Sometimes I'm a depressed individual. I have episodes, and I'm human, but no one cares about my health as a human. Because sometimes I'm in my episodes when I'm at work.
Do I have mental problems? Let's see. I get paid to hit people in the fucking face, and you pay me millions to do it. So do I have mental problems, or do you have mental problems? We all have mental problems, but for some reason, when I show mine, you guys act like I'm a fucking lab experiment. You act like I'm anything different than you. I'm just like you, except that I can knock your head off your fucking neck, lady. That's the only difference between me and you. You can't do that. You probably could give some good head, but you can't knock somebody's head off the neck. You probably could let me just stop. I don't want to say anything else too crazy.
Why are you so depressed? People look at you and say, you're Mike Tyson, you got it all. You talk about the cars, the money, all that stuff. Have you ever been so depressed you thought about killing yourself?
Well, that feeling goes through everyone's mind, I'm sure. And if it doesn't, I don't know, it must be crazy. Yeah, everyone thinks about that because sometimes, it's just tough being a nigger, and it's tough being a bad nigger. It's when...
But you're a rich one. You got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you got a lot of...
But you're a rich nigger, Mike. You got a lot of stuff, and you're easy on the eyes. After this interview, if you want to get together, hey man, no matter who you are, life has its strife, life has its struggles, and at some point in your life, you're gonna think, I wonder what it'd be like to be dead. And every time you think that, you gotta rise to the occasion and keep on going. The Lord designed life to be that way to strengthen you. Mike Tyson said it himself in another interview. He said, adversity, everybody needs adversity. If I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't know how strong that I truly was. But that's the older Mike Tyson talking. This is Mike Tyson when he was still losing his fucking mind.
That adds to depression. That adds to the false sense of security. I got to be around all these cats. I don't know who love me. I've been around cats. I've been in times where I've been around a guy for a long time, and I'm trifling at times. I've been around a guy, and I portrayed myself to be something I'm not to get what I want. And I'm not like these guys, because in my situation when I was younger, it was detrimental when I was being kind to somebody, because at the end it was never a pretty sight. But I'm just saying, it's just, I don't know, man. I have issues just like everybody else. Everyone probably needs help. I probably need to talk to somebody. But how could I talk to somebody that just looks at me and say, well, and then when I'm really getting ready to feel this guy and put my heart out, go pay.
That it's business. You think it's business for them. Time's up.
Please, no, let me explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold it, Mike.
No. Shut up. Shut up while I'm talking, okay? I'm going to explain to you, these guys I try to open up to people, it's all just about money, That's what it's all boiled down to. A lot of people I try to, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I need to talk to somebody, but everybody that comes up to me is all about money. Even right now, you You cutting me off because this is all about money. You don't give a fuck about what I'm saying. You don't give a fuck. You guys got me here for ratings. And you think I don't know that? You think I'm stupid or something? I may be a nigga, but I'm not a dumb nigga.
Mike, I'm sorry. Drop the $200 off at the desk of my secretary and make an appointment for me to come back next week.
So it's business. They don't care about you, is what you're saying.
Regardless, we know that, but I'm getting ready to pour out my heart with this white motherfucker. He just got me comfortable, and I'm thinking he's real. And I'm getting ready to pour out, I'm sorry, hold that thought. Call the Mary, pay the $250, and make an appointment for next week. And we're gonna make some leaways, Mike. I can see that coming.
No.
So when you hear somebody say what Mike Tyson just said, and you hear any black person say, I'm about to pour my heart out to this white man, and then there you go, meaning he's not going to allow me to pour my heart out to him. When you hear black people talking about how white people won't listen to them, white people act like they're not there and shit like that, these are black people who will never be happy because the white man wasn't put on earth to love you. You put on earth to love yourself and love your own. All the different nations, races, that's what they were put on earth to do, love yourself and love your own. Mike Tyson, he doesn't know that. And a lot of black people don't know that. And that's why they spend their lives frustrated.
You have friends or people that really trust you.
No, but you listen, you cut that issue.
Yeah, no,
you're asking me a question.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what about friends?
No, it has nothing to do with friends.
You have an issue with talking out of turn. But you don't know, I don't do interviews with women unless I fornicate with them. So if I'm going to do the interview with you and I'm not going to fornicate with you, the least you could do is show some respect. Stop cutting me off. Stop cutting me off in the middle of my sentence. Unless you're gonna bend it over and bust it open, you don't have the clearance to do that. You don't have the authority to cut me off. I mean, you haven't made $1 million. You haven't done anything I've done.
Place that was supposed to help me, and I leave there more fucked up I am when I first went in there. I said, is this a fucking game? You know what I mean? So I stopped going. You know what I mean? I stopped going. So now they put me on this Zoloft stuff, right? And I'm so I'm pathetic sometimes, real shallow. I'm so dick conscious. Well, you know, I'm taking Zoloft and I don't get an erection. Oh, I'm just gone then, man. I'm just gone. I'm just ruined and rotten then, man. And then you tell me I gotta still start taking this, and I'm an extreme sexual type person. I gotta start taking this stuff, and it probably is making me feel a little better. But you know, it's making me feel bad because I like the, you know, I'm penis-centered.
You know what I'm saying? They got me taking this Zoloft stuff and I can't even get my rocks off. And this stuff, I'm not 40 and 50 years old. I can't get my dick up. And you think I'm supposed to keep on taking this stuff? I'm a sex addict. If it wasn't for the cameras, as a matter of fact, even with the cameras, I would have sex with you right now. Right now. I will bend you over right now. And they're trying to give me on medicine where I can't even do it. So that means if I even try, I can't even get it up. I make an ass out of myself. Make me feel like a small man. I can't take this shit, man. I'd rather be depressed and bust a nut than be happy and can't bust a nut. Happy and horny. I'd rather be depressed and bust a nut than be happy and horny. Who's with me?
And it's just, I don't know. Now that's a fight within itself right there. And that's not even talking about what I really have to deal with. That's not the real problem. But that turns into it. But now I got another problem I'm dealing with. And the real problem not even haven't been just dealt with at all. It hasn't been addressed, so to speak. And
the real problem is molestation. Mike Tyson was molested by a man in Brownsville when he was a kid. And he may have been molested even past that. But I'm not going to touch on that right now. But people like that, they can become very hypersexual later in life. And also, Mike carries around a lot of anger and aggression because they feel as though somebody took something from them. And they want to, you know, stand on business for the rest of their life to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
And I said, what the fuck do I do? You know, really, you don't understand the severity of what I'm dealing with.
Right, so you're fighting in yourself.
Yeah, it's just, man, please, let me just not take it, have a couple of my episodes. And since, you know, if I'm not going to be around, let me get all this money. Let me take care of my children. Let me screw as many women as I want. Let me smoke what I want. Let me do what I want. Let me live my life. Because I'm not going to let these people just tear me apart. And your guys try to label me. You label me a schizoid. You label me a manic depression. You label me a crazy motherfucker. I'm probably more schizoid than I'm in anything. But you label me so many things, you drive a motherfucker insane.
You guys try to label me manic depression. You try to label me insane, schizophrenic. I am schizophrenic, but you guys didn't really know that. You just went down with a list of shit, and one of them, I was going to have one of them. You know, if you shoot a million shots, you're going to hit one. So there you go. You finally got me. I'm schizophrenic. I'm Mike Tyson. I'm schizophrenic. That doesn't mean that I'm a manic depression. That doesn't mean that I'm fucking Charles Manson or somebody. You know? I just want to fuck. That's all. I just want to fuck and take care of my kids. Make a couple millions of dollars. That's all a man can ask for in life.
You know what I mean?
Do you think, you talk about you're not going to live long, do you think you're going to die soon? You think you're going to have a short life?
We're born to die. Why are we afraid of death? Death should be a celebration.
But you're riding a fast life. You think it's going to be a short life?
We never know, but if it is, boy, my short life has been longer than anybody's. I've lived the life of a 90-year-old that's been around the world every day of his life.
I've lived a great life. If I die tomorrow, I don't care. I never dreamed of fornicating with so many Asian women at one time, 100 Asian women. Getting my grapes sucked while somebody feed me grapes. There's a lot of things that I never thought I'd even experience. I used to be ugly. Nobody would even look at me. And now they throwing me pussy left and right. I live a good life. I could die right now.
You love kids. I've been talking to your friends the last few days in Maui. You do a lot of good things for kids. Why?
I don't know. I think I want to have a lot of them. I may have 14. I want to have a lot of kids, yeah.
You're 4 now, right? How many?
5.
You're 5.
Yeah, 5.
You had...
Athletes are really crazy because they'll have like 4 or 5 kids that they claim, and then, no bullshit, they'll have like 50 to 100 kids walking around that are theirs that they do not claim. Like, because they get so many women, they have all these one-night stands with these many women. They'll have 50 kids walking around that they don't claim. Oh boy, that shit is crazy.
A newborn son, I understand, who's here.
Yeah.
From a new woman you're dating in Vegas.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't look, you know what I mean? Who am I? Look at my mic. Look at my life, man. I got kids here. I got women's here. She's suing me. I can't see my kid from her. She's mad because I had somebody else. It's not like she's been a virgin all her life and she's been pure as white snow. Now I can't have sex with somebody. Well, she let her go have sex with somebody else. Maybe I don't know the whole organization, the conglomeration of...
Man, let me tell you something about these jealous ass bitches, man. I meet them, they're hoes, and I say, I'm a hoe too. And they get mad when they see me be what I told them that I was going to be. And really, they're just mad because more people want to be a hoe for me than want to be a hoe with them. More people want to have sex with me. So these bitches give me a hard time. I can't see my kids. I just met the girl in Vegas and we just had a kid. And I can't even see my kid. Maybe I should have got to know her, but I don't know. I don't really have the time and the process from the first one I start liking a girl, or whoever. When I start getting hard and horny and all that, I don't really have time to get to know them before I have to, before I have to go up in them. So that's why I'm in the predicament that I'm in now. But I'm just sick of these bitches, man. I'm a hoe, you a hoe. Everybody ho, Merry Christmas.
Collaboration of this marriage or this legal stuff and stuff. But when I saw Michael Jordan cheating, I just gave up. When he cheated on his wife, I said, fuck it, I ain't gonna ever be faithful to nobody.
Because you thought he was the ultimate role model?
No, I don't know what I thought he was. I used to, fuck, if he can do it, I'm gonna do it too.
Michael Jordan could dunk from the free throw line. He could shoot free throws with his eyes closed. Mike is a fucking man. You ever been to a party with Michael Jordan? You know how many women come at him? They think he's fucking beautiful. He's the blackest man I've ever seen. I've never seen a dark-skinned man be so attractive. And when I seen him do that and cheat on his wife, I said, fuck it. His name's Mike. My name's Mike. Jordan, Tyson, it's them Jackson. Michael, this the name, Michael. I don't think I'm supposed to be with one woman. And when I saw Jordan did, I said, shit, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to be faithful to another woman again. And after that, maybe I'll be able to dunk from the free throw line or something. Who knows?
And I've been not having, like I wasn't doing it, but I said, well, I'm going to do it even more now. You know what I mean?
What kind of...
Yo, Mike is fucking crazy. My man said, I was already cheating, but I thought Michael Jordan do it. I said, shit, I need to cheat 3 times a day. That's a real fucking man. That's what men do.
What kind of role model do you think you are for your kids?
For my kids, I just give them the real as it is. I understand. I let them know, listen.
Do you love your kids?
Implicitly. But listen, that means I have to lie to them to protect them. They have to know, listen, baby, I love you. Daddy loves you. Daddy will die and kill, but you're a nigger. And the society will treat you like a second-class citizen for the rest of your life. So there's certain things that you mustn't get upset for, but you must fight. You must be a fighter for your people. You mustn't cop out like Daddy did, but you got to keep fighting and keep striving, you know what I mean? Because Daddy copped out, because Daddy stopped wanting to be the socialist that he grew up to be and wanted to be greedy. I got caught up like everybody. I want to be a capitalist. Being a socialist, helping everybody, that's not going to get me to find the badass, fine-ass chick that I want to fuck or be seen with. That's not going to do this helping people out. No, I got to help her implicitly, her exclusively. You know what I mean? They're selfish. This is a selfish world. You know, love, if they see me helping somebody, oh, that's great. But how can I get him to help me and exclusively? All that could be with me instead of going to 1,000 people or 100,000 people. How can I get the money of that 2,000 of 20,000 turkeys in my bank account? Why do these people, if they can't get it themselves, if they're not smart enough, if they don't have a Machiavellian approach about it, why should they get it? They should starve to death. Nobody should give anybody something. They should work for it. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to use my mind, my evil mind, my manipulative mind.
You said evil mind. Do you think you're evil?
No, I don't think I'm evil, but I think I'm capable of being evil like everyone else.
Daddy loves you, but you're a nigga. Always remember. Hey, but the shit that Mike Tyson was spitting at the end of this interview, Mike Tyson was cooking with grease. All the LeBron Jameses of the world, Dwayne Wades, all of these guys across sports, entertainment, Steve Harvey, whoever, all of these guys are sellouts. They'd rather have 500 million, 100 million, 50 million in the bank than to say anything that's real that will actually lift up their people. And Mike Tyson, he keeps it a buck with his children, with the interviewer, with the entire world. He said, yeah, I sold out. I sold out for the bitches. I sold out for the bag. I sold out for the money. And that's just the life that I'm living. And that's why Mike Tyson is loved late in his second half of his career, because everybody can relate to him. He's like a regular person. All of his flaws are out there. He doesn't really try to hide them. He's open. And people understand that if they were put in Mike Tyson's position, they would probably live wilder than he lived. Whereas a Floyd Mayweather, people don't relate to Floyd at all. Floyd is disciplined. No smoking, no drinking, let's train 3 times a day. Most people, that's an alien concept to them. But this interview was fire. It let us get a sneak peek behind the brain, the genius brain of Mike Tyson. We got to see his honesty. We got to see his
may not be suitable for young people.
We got to see.
You're a boxing historian. What kind of legacy you want to leave behind? You know boxing so well. So many people I don't think realize
uncut, raw.
How smart you are with boxing, current events. You and I talked about Middle East.
The fact is that
his kids, preparing them for the world
it doesn't really matter no more. I crossed that
you're not going to get treated like
I crossed that line where I don't care anymore. You know, I won't accept I won't accept introduction in no Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? I won't accept it because I don't respect those people because they don't respect me. If you're a Hall of Fame person, you have the respect of the society. You should be able to see, are these people idiots? Do they see the overt racism, or do they see the overt biasness that I deal with in my life? And no one comes, and I fought it all alone. You know what I mean? I'm surprised I'm not suicidal. I haven't killed myself. But I wouldn't do that. I prefer to kill someone else than to kill myself.
How do you want to be remembered?
Just remember.
Mike Tyson could call up a white man right now.
Just remember, it's up to people what they think about me.
Do you care what people think?
No, at one time, yeah.
What time?
No,
You're Mike Tyson, right?
Hey, listen, I never won any beauty contests or anything. I never accomplished anything about what someone thought about me, you know.
Do you care what your kids think about you then?
Well, they had no choice. I feed them. You know what I mean? I feed them, I clothe them, I take care of them. If I'm Charles Manson, they better love me. And they will love me because it's just, it's common.